Good afternoon, YouTube fans. It's Dr. Matthew Johnson coming to you from the woods in the Greenbelt behind our house in Puyallup/South Hill, Washington. It is Saturday, September 16th, 2017, 1:58 p.m. in the afternoon. I just wanted to give you all a quick update, which will consist of four things. Number one, Jackie went up to Soya with her boyfriend Brian, and there is a thumb drive on the way, which will give their YouTube testimonial. You're going to enjoy it once we can finally get it here and get it uploaded. But they were up in Soya all by themselves without me there to hypnotize them or drug them with Kool-Aid or put a gun to their head and make them say things that they didn't really want to say. Anyway, when you watch their testimonial about what happened in Soya, it's going to blow your mind. So that was one thing. Number two, Dr. Dan. Dr. Dan. If you scroll down, you'll see the psychiatrist analyzing the psychologist about Bigfoot. Anyway, Dr. Dan O'Reilly, he lives in Iowa, and he has been obviously wanting more of interaction with the Bigfoot Forest people after his trip to Soya in April earlier this year. And so he's been driving a couple hours to the Yellow River Forest. Had some stuff go on there, but not much. Was thinking about going to another place in the U.S., wanting to come out to Soya. And I said, dude, Zorth made it pretty clear. He told me to tell everybody, and I'm going to tell you again. And by the way, if you've watched my YouTube videos or read my book, you've heard this too, but I guess I need to beat a dead horse. Zorth said, please tell everybody we are beings of light. We are the orbs. We're in the trees. And the trees are everywhere. The trees are everywhere. We're in the trees and the trees are everywhere. You do not need to go on some big, costly, timely expedition 25, 50 miles into the forest on horseback, with quads, jeeps, mule packs. You don't have to do that. We're in the trees and the trees are everywhere. And the trees are in your backyard, okay? So, they're beings of light, they're orbs, they go into the trees, they soak up energy from the sun during the day and the nutrients through the roots in the ground during the day, and then they come out at night to play and to do whatever they do at nighttime. We are the guardians of the forest and protect all who dwell within. So that might give you a little hint as to what they do at night. But I think they also do forest management and everything else, perhaps a little better than our own U.S. forestry team does. Anyway, so Dr. Dan, I reminded him they're in your backyard. Go out there, sleep in your backyard, and guess what? Boom! His first night out there on the gun in his backyard, boom! Now, hopefully Dr. Dan, if you're watching this video, you're going to shoot your own testimonial video about what happened in your own backyard. Put that on thumb drive, get it to me so I can download it on this YouTube channel so everyone else can hear what happened, boom, in your backyard. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it's not me saying this stuff, it's Zorth saying this stuff. And when Zorth says it, guess what? It happens. Now, that leads to number three, Gordon Dodds, the British gentleman who was recently at Soya. Once again, scroll down and watch Gordon Dodds' testimonial video, as well as his little brief video about how to deal with skeptics. He's an awesome guy, once again, from England, works in a university setting. He's retiring in the very near future. And when he was at Soya, and it was late at night and pitch dark, and we have a no lights policy, he walked into the woods, into the cove in the pitch dark at the 12 o'clock position, talked with Zorth and some of the other forest people that were in there, and then came back out. And he asked me, Matt, can you ask Zorth if I can be a teacher for the young ones over in England like you're doing here in the U.S.? So I asked Zorth, and Zorth said yes. And then Zorth went on to say, tell Gordon that when he gets back to England, I'm going to have a family waiting for him there. So Gordon Dodds gets back home to England, and guess what? Boom! Once again, if Zorth says something's going to happen, it happens. So Gordon has a lot of activity to report on. So Gordon, if you're watching this video, I want you to shoot a YouTube testimonial video, put it on a thumb drive and mail it to me so I can download it on this YouTube channel so everyone can hear about what boom happened back home in England once you returned. In other words, Zorth delivers on what Zorth promises. And then that leads to number 4, okay? Number 4, yesterday I talked with a well-known Bigfooter that all of you out there in Bigfootdom know. Now, this individual shared with me that they're flipping. They've finally reached a point in being out in the woods that they're going to flip. They're no longer a believer in the old school approach, no longer a believer in that the Bigfoot are descendants of Gigantopithecus or relic hominids. They are now a believer in everything I've been teaching and saying because what I'm talking about is happening for them. And including mind speak, including them directing him to, get a hold of me, talk more. And so anyway, it's interesting. The individual will be coming out of the closet in the near future, and you'll be able to listen to what they have to say. What was interesting, while we were talking, this individual who happens to live in an urban environment where there have never been any blue jays ever around their home, all of a sudden was getting squawked at by 6 blue jays while talking with me on the phone. Now, what you don't know out there is that when the Bigfoot forest people want to get my attention, they'll show up on my doorstep as a crow, a raven, or blue jays. And once again, we don't have blue jays around here either, but if they want my attention, they'll do it, and they'll squawk and squawk. And so I thought that was interesting. That person thought it was interesting. And then that person said that they were getting a psychic message earlier yesterday about red shirt. And so I couldn't help it. I was in my truck and I took a selfie pic of me wearing a red shirt and sent it off to this individual, which blew them away. So anyway, it's real, ladies and gentlemen. It's real. And my mantra has always been, I don't lie, I don't hoax, and when I say it happens, guess what? It happens. So, just, the movement is occurring, and there's nothing that the trolls and the haters and the old schoolers can do to shut it down. Nothing at all. So, anyway, that's the updates. Watch for more videos coming up in the near future. Hopefully we'll get Jackie's video in the mail pretty soon. Hopefully Dr. Dan will send me a YouTube testimonial video update from his property in Iowa. Hopefully Gordon Dodge, you'll send me one as well from England, and we'll get it uploaded on the YouTube channel so everyone can hear that Zorth is delivering on his promises. So that's it, boys and girls. I'll catch up with you on another YouTube video. This is Dr. J signing off.